Hi, I just want to welcome you all. For those that don't know me, I'm Jen Vickers. I am the tech trainer for 3 market centers here in the Ohio Valley region, one in Kentucky, one in Ohio, one in Southern Indiana. So they keep me busy, especially Greg.
I
uh,
try.
yeah, well, I love it. I really, because I travel to all 3, but I love going to all the locations. But I'm also, I am a real estate agent. I am a co-rainmaker of the MVP team. I have had my license for 17 years, and I've been with Keller Williams for about 4.5 years. But I've been the tech trainer ever since they started needing tech trainers. But today's class is regarding designs in Command and in designs on how to create like an email design, like if you want to do email campaigns. Those have improved from what it was before. I'm going to show you how to get to and do some of the some social designs, and also how to do print designs and all that entails on all that. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. And at any time, once I share my screen, I won't be able to see all of you all, and I won't see any chats. So if anybody has any questions, please pop right back in, because I want to see what you all have questions about. I mean, if we make it interactive, it'll make it so much easier on all of us. And it'll also, just because you may think it's a silly question, others may have that question too. So anyway, so starting out, now you had said, let's see, Jafet, you said that, have you been able to get into Command, or do you know anything about Command?
Yes, I'm trying exploring this KW command, and there's a lot of tools that very helpful for the sellers and the buyers agents. So, and it's also user friendly for all of us.
So, so to get in, for those of you on the recording, for those of you that don't know how to get into Command, you go into agent.kw.com and you put in the login of your KW login, and it'd be the same login that you go into your My KW. And it's typically your first initial, last name, and maybe a set of numbers, and then whatever password that you decide. So once you get into there, I'm in the designs page of Command, and the designs one is if you see these applets on the left, the designs is the one that has the paintbrush, or you can click on this little red KW and this will toggle in and out. So if that makes it easier for you to see where we're going. So in the designs, you can see that these are some that I have already created. And in fact, I have, let's see, 273 of these in here, and a lot of them are just trial and error. You can now, one new function that you can do that's just recent is that you can delete some of these now, like in bulk. I mean, you can delete them one by one if you want, but you can hover over these, and down here at the bottom it'll say delete. So you can, if you try to, any ones that you pull up, it will automatically put it in here. So, so if you decide that you just pulled it up just to see what it looks like and you want to delete it later, you can delete it by that way. But to start out, and you can create your own designs from scratch, or you can pull from the beginning, or you can pull from work with what they have and then readjust. So over here, do you all have a preference which ones you want to see first, whether it's the email, whether it's social or print? Is there a preference?
Print.
You want to see the print first? Okay. So over here where it says create design, you'll click here, and this is where you'll decide where you want to print. So, or not print, sorry, that you want to choose. So what we want to do here is to click on print. Now there's a lot that you can print from, but you can also right here, if you have a listing that you want to print, or you do put in this printing, you can click here and it will import the photos into the text. So I will click right here and click on continue. And you can choose over here, you'll see all listings, or you can see only my listings on the right. And all of these listings, there are some that are current, some that are in the past, but I want to go ahead and just click on this one right here, just for, since I already see it up front. So you click on select. Okay, and so here you can see, we're going to skip over the K-score right now, but you can see over here, there are different kinds of areas where you can pull from. So like under the listings, you can say like, I want to look at the coming soon. And you can see up at the top, do you want to do a flyer? Do you want to do a trifold, bifolds, two different kinds of, and V is vertical, H is horizontal, and that's a new thing on there. Postcards, standard postcards. So if you want to look, let's just do like the trifold. And you can see how like this would be the middle, like the back, and this would be the front, and this would be like the inner one. And then if you hover over this, you can see like it goes back and forth so that you can see what each of the pages look like. So let's just use this one for as an example. So I'm going to click on use. So over on the left, you see where it says the KWLS, this little house. When you click on that, you can see that this is where all of your pictures come from. That's in there. So if I want to make this first picture over here on the right, if I want to make this picture right here, what I would do is you click on the picture, and then you can see how you see a plus, you see a replace, and you can see it uses background. So if I click off of it, if I hover over it, there's just a plus. So it will add this image if I want to add it or use it as a background. But typically what you want to do is you want to take this, and then let's just see if this image will work there. So that image is probably not the best in that spot. But you can, if you double click on it, you can try, like if you want to move it around to see if there's like a better way that you want to look at this. But in essence, this is not the best picture for this one spot. So I can, let's click off of it again, click on, and you can just find another picture. And I probably should have picked a better one, but let's see what this one looks like. So if I want to choose this one, replace it here, click on this one, and I want to use this right here. And it's just as easy to do all of that. Now, what you want to do is like any of these, you can go in, let's see, let me make this a little bit bigger so that we can see this better. See if I can get, I can't, that's not going to work. The way that I have my computer is. So, but as you can see, let me go down one more. Down here is the logo. I can click this logo, and up here over on you can see that logos are already highlighted because it recognizes that as a logo. And I can choose which logo that I want to use. So again, I would do the replace, and it will just replace it. Now, if you have a team logo that you want to add, you can click here, say, I don't have any logos on this page, but if I want to add like this logo right here, all I need to do is like click on it, and it will just pop up. And let's just say if I want to put this right here, resize it. So, because it says contact me, this will be my information. You can click on this picture, you can click on images, you can add images. So like I already have this in here, but if there's an image that I want to add, I can click on add, and I can choose, do I want to choose it from Facebook, one of my Facebook pages, Google Drive, Dropbox, or something that I want to pull off the computer, that I can just click there and upload any picture that I want. But what I want on my assets, I like to use this picture. I want to change it for that. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Well, that one did not work. Let's undo. Let's try this again. Let's see, something's not working right on that one. Let me try this one. Nope. So instead, what I may want to do is on this one, I can like delete it, delete that, and then do an add, and then move it down. Now, one feature that this has, that what you can do is, actually, I'll wait until on the social to show you. Well, I want to show you on that one, but you can put this in here. If you want to click on, like, change any of these words, I'm not Lisa Johnson, so I can click on where it says Lisa Johnson, and up here on the top, you can see where it's a typewriter. So in the typewriter, I can change the name to, and click on Save Changes. Now, one cool little thing that this is, that you have in here, that right here where, if I want to add the address to this property, you see over down here, it says 123 Spruce City Road, that if I go back to the KWLS, and if I click here that says listing details, here are all the information. So I can find, see where the address is, right here's where the address is. So I can just click replace here, and it replaces the words here, and I can readjust. Let's see if I want to readjust what it says. So if I want to just do avenue like this, take that part out. And if I want to take out the zip code, that puts it in there nicely. Any questions about any of this so far?
No.
Now, if I
Just
click on pages, I can go see which all the pages are. I can go to the second page, which this is the first page. Like I said, if you have the trifold itself, this is what you see on the outside. This is what you see that's folded in. As soon as you open up the flap, that's what you see. And then, and this is in the very back. The next page would be that this is what you would see on the inside. So I can go back, click on back. And on one of these, like we're here up at the top that it says snapshots, that if I click on snapshots, if it is connected to an area, and I don't know if this one is or not, as far as like a neighborhood, this one is not. Not every neighborhood's in there, but let's, for giggles, let's see, I'm going to put so I'm going to do this snapshot. So here are a couple of different kinds of snapshots that you can choose so that you can see what all it entails. Like, so for this one, I may want to do something like this. So if I want to exchange like maybe this picture for this, I can add the snapshot in here so it can show where this is, even though this is not this property, but if this was attached to it, you can see this is what the neighborhood looks like. And if there was any for sale in there, it would have flags in there for that. And then I can go back to the listing and see and add some more different pictures on these. So if I want to choose that picture there, I'll go on that. And then you can change again anything here that you want to add, do anything different. And once you are done, and again, you can change up here the address by clicking here that says the listing details. Here's the address again. I can just click on that to replace that. so that you don't have to go in and retype everything. Any questions?
Pretty simple.
Mhm. Now I can go in here and I can order prints. I don't recall how much that it would, but like for at a printer, it will tell you it's $15.45, and I can choose how I want all this to look. Or I can go through, and if I want to download this, like just so that I can print it, that I can click on download and make sure you choose all pages, because you can choose, it used to default just one page, but now you just want to make sure that it says all pages, because otherwise it's only going to do one page. But you can do PDF for printing, JPEG, PNG, you can, if there's a video, I mean, it's just different ways on how, but this right here, you'd want to do it as a PDF, and then you'd click on download. And then you can print it yourself. The share on this one would not necessarily be what you want to do. The share would be more probably to put on like Facebook. So you can put it on Facebook and all, or have it as a link. But being a trifold, this is not a good one to do. But you can, if it's just a single flyer, you can upload it to Facebook. You can upload it to Twitter or any of these others. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Or you can have this link. So if you have this flyer, you can put a link in anything, whether it could be a web page, you can put it in an email, you can put it however that you want, or just to send it to somebody to look at. You want to do social next?
Yeah.
Here is where I just clicked on the back, so you can see all, and you can see, even though I said don't save, it did keep it here, you know, for whatever that you want to do. While I'm at this one, let me show you where up at the top where it says assets. Assets is where you can upload, here is images. You can upload photos, like if you want to, I don't know, I've been wanting to delete this one. That one's a fuzzier one. So if you have stuff that you want to use on a regular basis, you can upload them here under the images. So if you have several your agent photos, or if you have any stock that you want to create, this is one that I had created that I'm going to put under, like have my picture, my listing picture under back here, and have this like in the front. And I'll show you a design that I used on that. If you have here under the logos, you can put all your logos in here that you want to use on a regular basis. If you have a video, if you have elements, which are like stock, like if you, it's like just images are elements. And then if you have particular colors and fonts that you want to use for, like if, we don't use these at all, but if you want to add a color palette, you can add that too. If you want to make sure that all of your, like if you want to make sure that all of your print is going to be like this color blue, that way you are consistent throughout all of your stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go back to templates. And I need to go out of this because I'm still in the print, that I need to go out to go back to the main drag. Maurice, are you the one who said print? That you wanted to see the print? Oh, I want to go back into print real quick, and I want to show you some really cool things under the print. We go back to designs. I meant to show this while I was in here. My apologies. Under the print, besides all of the flyers that you can create, you can click here that says listing presentation. And all of these presentations have pretty much the same information in there. It's just the design. What kind of design do you like to go through here? So whichever one that you, and you can like, if you hover over here, you can see what it kind of like rotates through it. So like if you hover over this, and you can see up at the top left, there's 9+ pages. So whichever design that you like, and again, you can tweak it after you download it. You can also, under the Legion, under Client Love, this is one of my favorite things. There are here like thank you cards that you can print and put in there, but they have a kids activity book in here. And this is one of my favorites. And you can see as it's going through, there's a dot to dot, there's a word find, there are coloring pages, there are mazes. Where they can draw what their house looks like, what is different from this picture than this picture. You can, and as you can see, as it flips through there, you can put your logo in there, you can put your name on every page, your phone number, your email, whatever. And I have done this, specialized it to our team, and I put our, I print it off and I take it to open houses. So if there's kids that come through the open house, I'll give them something. If you have a listing presentation, you can, and if you know that they have kids, you can take that so that to kind of keep them busy. And parents love when you think of their child. So this could be something that for you to stand out. So anyway, I love this. And then one other thing that I'll show you here, the personally branded zine is the magazine that they print a magazine or have a magazine for you. And here are, they've taken off first quarter of last year, but this is this year's. It is so easy to use. There are 3 different covers. There are 3 different articles in here that you can choose if you want to use all these articles. You can change some of this information if you want. It's already in there. You can do whatever that you want with it. But it is so easy to use. I've completed mine within like 30 minutes by uploading pictures, uploading a little bit of information, but on the most part, it's there. And you, like I said, you can delete, you can choose which, you can do different things. You can have a quarterly magazine, or you can have a monthly magazine, use a different cover for each month and use a different article each month. So you can have a smaller one for each month versus a bigger one for the quarter. So, and you can, again, you can download this into like a link so you can email it to people. I put it on my website so that people can see it there. Really cool feature. If there's anything else in here, you can do business cards. Here you can create your business cards. You can letterheads. Put your information in there. Let's see what's under collections. Under the new designs. Just those are the other 2 magazines. Okay, now let me go back. Under social, and again, I'm going to choose import photos. Let me choose only my listings. And when you have the choice that if you're going to have an open house for somebody else, you can put in any, I mean, I can look up anybody's listing anywhere. Does anybody have a listing that they want me to use?
No.
You don't, Greg?
No, I don't.
but you can see here, this is Cleveland.
I've got one, Jen. You can 4817 St. Andrews.
Hi, Francis. Didn't
I-
see you
yeah,
pop
I
on.
I was being sly on
I
here.
see that. Okay, what is your listing? 48 what?
17 St. Andrews Drive.
SAINT?
Yeah.
Is that it? Wait. This one right here?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm so glad you came on. Like I said, I can't see who all's on here. Okay, so let's go to under the listings. Is it for sale?
Yes.
Okay, so click for sale. And here there's the social wide, square, and stories. Typically, the social wide is great for Facebook or Twitter. Social square is great for Instagram, but you can use either that you want to do. But I want to go ahead and click on wide, and you can see like here are for sale that you can use, but it doesn't matter what it is. So like if you really, really like a design, you can change it to saying coming soon or just sold. I mean, because they're pretty much almost the same as you can see. Let me go back to these. So let's choose, Francis, do you like one over the other?
I probably like the 1050 that the bold one that shows
This
up
one?
there. Yeah.
Okay, let me use that one. Okay, there we go. So let me go to the KWLS on the left, same feature as before. Let's see, is there anything special about this house that I want to feature in the front? I love that. Let's see. Let's go to, let's look at this one. What? I like that. Okay, so you can choose whatever pictures that you want. Up here for the logo, I want to click on, let me click off of this, click. Oh, wait, hold on. There you go. And I'm gonna use your all's logo there. See, I don't have the white logo for you all. Over here on the right for the, go back to KWLS, choose listings. Because this is a little different, I'm going to assume all of this is the correct. But I want to go to images and I want to include my image. Now, one neat feature that is, you see this little square up at the top where it has the black and white with a line through it. When I click on that, it's going to take the background out of my picture. Usually takes a moment. There it goes. Takes out my right arm also, but that's okay. So if you have something like, if it's like a picture of, let me go back to the pictures. So if I want to use like this picture instead, no, that has more of a solid background, that may work better. Let's see. Anyway, then I can add in my logos, like my team logo. I can add that. Put it up in the sky. Put my name on it if I want. You can choose, see how I go in front of this? I can choose the order. The order is right here under arrange. So if I want to move it to the bottom, you can see that I go behind now the picture. So if you need to overlap something and you want to change it, you can add in links here. You can duplicate something. You can remove it, arrange, and this is the transform. Also, under a new feature that they've started with this year is this animation. So if I want, let's just say my logo here to do something, I can click here and I want to choose just that. So if I choose just animation, the whole thing is going to come in. So if I want to bounce it all in, it's going to all do it at the same time. But if I want to just do this, I can just bounce in that. And I can choose how fast or how slow do I want that to go. So if I want to bounce it in, I think that might be, nope, that's this one. So it goes slower that way. So on Facebook, whenever somebody, that's what they're going to see. Or they can see, and this will show you how, or just to catch somebody's eyes. Any question about any of this? If I want to add texts, you can see there are different kinds. Here under the banners, you can see some that have already been recreated. In just a second. My goodness, it's slow today. Let me click on. But there are several different kinds of ways of looking at this. Maybe I should, elements just as an example. These are the kind of elements. So if there's something that, if you have something that goes with whatever that you have, you can add your own elements. But you can also, you can look up here and, I mean, you can do like corkboard. And you can see that there are so many different kind of corkboards. Now, some of these, and you can choose here which ones that you want to use. So like if you want, some you can pay for, but if you want just the free ones, it will pop up just the free ones. I like using this one that you can put like different pictures in here and make it look like it's a picture, like a corkboard picture. You can add in little designs like that. Let's see, there's another one. I've done this before where I've done this and I've used like these little pins that looks like it's holding up each of these. Okay, let me go back. Under the images and under Workspace, you can choose, like if I don't want to use this background, if I want to use any of these here, you can use at any time. So if I want to click under miscellaneous, you can see that there are different kinds of here. So if I want to use something like, and again, I don't have to have all this information in here, but if I want to use the square to put in here, like take out all of these. Where's that line? Click off of it. Oh, well, it's not gonna let me click off that line. But if I want to do it and put like use text now, if I want to put like a title and put in here, like if you're having a seminar, if you're having like a first time home buyer seminar, you can put your information right here. You can use either that kind of title, or you can use this kind of title to use, and just start typing in. And you can change it around with however that you want to make the design. So if you want to make what color that you want, you want to do it in bold, underline, lettercase. I'm going to show you some of the designs that I have made. Like this one right here. Is one that I created. This is a picture that our team has made. And we made it in front of a white wall. And I just used this function right here. So it kind of looks like that we're standing on the grass. And I shaded the background so right here you can like decide like how dark or how light that you want to make it. This is that picture this picture right here that I chose, and I just added in these words. Does anybody have any questions on how I did any of this? Okay. Don't say. Show you a couple more of my designs that I created. Let's see. This is the one that I pulled it off of. We did this for Mother's Day with all of our moms. Here is our kids magazine, or kids activity book. You can see all of our names are down here, our office logo here, our team logo here. And this down here on the bottom is at the bottom of every single page. And I pulled it up several times, so I need to go through and delete. You see here, I added my picture here on this one. Oh, I've done like this right here under the social, and I can go back in there, is backgrounds for my Zoom. So if you want to use different backgrounds, let me show you those. I'm still under the social. I think it's under business basics, business card, social branding. I need to find it. Professional services, is it that one? Nope. Elections, pivot shift ahead. Meeting backgrounds. It's under a weird spot, but it's under collections, pivot shift ahead, and click here. And these are the backgrounds that they have already created for you. And what I did, I use this one right here a lot. And what I do is I have our team picture right here, so that you can add a picture. You can put words in here, but I put it as if it's a picture on the wall. If you have, and there's a new thing here that says import PDFs. If you have a PDF, so if you see, let's see, example, I don't know if this is a good example. Okay, this is the Realtor magazine. If you like how this is designed, you can scan this and upload it, and it's going to know this is a picture. These are words. This is a logo. So it's going to know so that you can import your pictures here and here. So if you like a design off of something, you can click here that says click, drag and drop. And if it's a PDF, you can upload it and you can make it yours. Any questions about that at all? I may have a class just on that. You can see like this right here that I use. This is my YouTube template that I use for my videos. And this is one of the meeting backgrounds that I just added my picture, added my information. So like I said, we have done like our Mother's Day. So it doesn't necessarily have to be real estate wise if you don't want to use it. But you can use it for anyway. Just use it where all those are. Or you can start here from blank. See what size do you want to do. So let's just say I want to do a Facebook one. And you can choose from here. What do you want the background to be? So I want to click on images. Let's see what workspace, house interior, maybe house exterior, maybe go back. House exterior. I can choose like any, I don't want to do it for rent. Let's see if I want to do that in the background and kind of create however that, so you can start from scratch if you want to. If I want to make this lighter so that your information stands out. Anybody have any questions before I go to emails? So we only got about 17 minutes left. Y'all are quiet today. Okay, so I'm going to create design up at the top. And click on email. And continue. Now, under the emails, before, this has been an upgrade from, I say this last month. So now you can see what these kind of look like briefly. When before it looked like it was just like a square that looked like an email or like almost looked like a fax machine almost or a printer. But you can like see what is in here. Now these first ones right here are newsletters. And these newsletters, they're not pre-made, or actually these are newsletters too, sorry. These are not pre-made ones for you to just send out. These are templates. So if you want, let's say I want to choose this approachable newsletter B, that if I click on it, click on next. You can see where everything is. So where this says market center name, it's going to have your market center already in there. And it has like a placeholder for pictures, a subtitle, whatever information you want to put in there. If you want to put a link, a button to link it to something, whether it's like if you want to send it to YouTube or if you want to send it to your website or anything like that, you can like click a link there. And then there's some more here. And then I'll have your information down here. And just so as an example, you can click on this picture and then you see this little edit up here. You click on the edit pencil and you want to replace this with a picture. So you click on replace and you can see all these sorts of pictures of me and my grandbaby. This is actually the day that she was, or a couple of days, she was only a few days old there, but let's just click there and click on replace. And then when I'm done, I'll click here that says done up at the top. Now, okay, so that looks stretched. So I want to click here and I want to edit, and you can edit. So I don't want it to be this wide because it stretches it out to be that. So let's just say I want to make it, let's see what 300 looks like. So that's a little bit too much. So I want to go back and let's just say, what does, let's see what 375. That's kind of in the middle. That's better. And so the header, I want to put in there, what do I want the headline to say? New grandbaby. And then click on done. So I want to stay that in the middle. So I want to click here in the middle. And you can choose if I want to change what kind of font, if I want to do italics, underline, however that you want to do it, you can change it. That did not change it. Hold on. Hold on. Something. Undo. Let's just leave that way then. And then I can talk about what do I want to say about the grandbaby. So here's all this information that I can change. And then click on done. Now, if I want to add another picture here, I can drag and drop. And you see where the green is where it's going to go. So if I want to add a picture before it or after it, I can put that. And it's going to automatically open up. So I don't have anything here. I can add images. I can drag and drop images wherever that I want to do. Let's see what else. Where's a more recent? So click on it, click save. So there she is there. So if I want to reduce it, I can reduce it down here. So I want to do 400 by 600, see what that looks like. So if I want to see what this is going to look like, you can see this little eyeball. You can click on that. So you can see the logos up there, the Market Center logo. You can see all this that is in here. And then you can see my information is automatically put in there. To make these links, you can click on the link, click on edit. And so instead of here, I can put like my website. Let me go to my website real quick. Copy that. Put in link to a website. Don't want the color to be, let's make it red instead of. Let's see what that does. And so when you look at it, see my website, when they click on it, it's going to go to my website. Y'all are not saying how adorable she is. Sorry. So once you save, let's see what's under the option. You can send a test email. You can download the template or you can preview it. To change the name is you change it up here. You can edit it by changing that. And then you click on save. But you can add in event blogs. You can add different headers, like footers. You can add a video. And what it will do is it will link. Let me put it up here. So if you click on it, edit, it's going to ask you, you put the URL right here. And then if you want to add a thumbnail there. So if I want to do, let me go to my YouTube site. So if I want to do this one, I can click here. Share. Copy this link. So go back to here, put that right there. Replace this with add image to my downloads. Let's just use this just as an example. And then done. So now this will go to that video. So when somebody's going through, they can click on the video. It's going to send that. Click on this, it'll go to the website. If you don't want these others, you can go click on here in the edit. You can click on here and delete if you don't want these. If you like this template for future, you can duplicate this also. So let me. So here's my email. The other kind of emails that there are that I have used, like if you click on load more, you can see that there are all sorts of kind of emails down here. And you have to go, sometimes there are specific ones and they add onto these all the time. That here's a Valentine's email that they did this year. There's New Year's, there's the classic holidays, spring. So, I mean, you can use any of these and you can like change, like if you don't like this picture, so let's just say happy spring. Let's click on that. And this is an email that you can use, like here it's going to have hi and it's going to have automatically their first name. So whoever's in your contacts that you send this email to, this is going to have their first name. And here you can change this information if you want. You don't have to. I mean, it's already there. If you want to change this picture to maybe a spring picture of your team or yourself, like a spring picture. But again, it's going to have like all of your information. I'll show you. This is what they're going to see. Now, if you're part of a team, this information, if it's my clients are going to see that it's assigned to me, it's going to have my information. If it's assigned to Chris, it's going to have Chris's information. If it's assigned to Leanne, it's going to have Leanne's information. So if you're part of a team, it will automatically, so you don't have to do a different email for every agent. And you can do all of that through, you can do it through a smart plan where it will connect up. So you would like save this to spring email. And then click on save. So let me, what's that say? There's an error. Let's see. Okay, so if I go into the smart plans, create a smart plan. I'm going to create it from scratch and say spring email, apply. I know this is not a smart plan one, but just show you how it all ties together. Come on. So I'm creating this from scratch. So I want to send an email here. And so this is going to say like, this is, do I want to create the email, or I'm going to create one from designs, which is the one that I just did. So I want to select the design. I want to select this spring email. Say got it. And so you can save it one last time, or you can look at it, but you can click on save. And again, the contact name is going to be just theirs. Save, close. So let's just say this is the email, the smart plan that I want to use. I'll click save, and I'm going to send it to myself. So I choose myself. Move that out of the way. That smart plan. Send it now. Let me pull up my email. I'll let you see it. It's actually, I think it's this email. It may not send it immediately. Let's see. Who did I send it? Try one time. Start now, confirm. So now I should get it. Or maybe in a few minutes. But anyway, that's how it is connected. Let me go back to designs. We just have a couple minutes left. Any questions about any of it?
And where did you get the Q2 magazine? Was that in under print, create design under print?
It's under print. It is, and it's under the client love. And it'll say, Joe, this video, they're going to upload it to the regional website. And it should be, it usually takes about a week by the time he puts it in here. But if you want, I can maybe send it directly to you if you'd like. What were you asking, Greg? I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it's called the personally branded zine.
Mhm.
So like, I'll show you. It's under the print.
So it's under lead generation, under client love, you said.
Yes.
Okay.
Under a client. No, it's not under client love. Here it is. It says personally branded zine.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Well, go out, have fun, play around with it. Let me see if this is here yet. Not yet. Even though it says send now, it may be a few minutes before it sends out. But it's similar. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that Canva has, but it has a lot of stuff in here that you can use. So I'll write down your all's emails. Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all joining me.
Thank you. See you Thursday.
I'll be there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good seeing you all. Good seeing you, Francis.